us a little Michigan preview, last game of the regular season.
Yeah, I think, it's exciting. We got to play them 3 times last year, which was, always a battle every time. So they've had a great year so far and a lot of good players over there. So, we're just excited to play another great Big Ten opponent, challenge ourselves and, really kind of have this challenge to take us into the postseason as well. So, we're constantly getting better every day in practice and, a lot of focus on ourselves still. It's typically how we approach everything, and with the longer weeks of practice that we've had, with games spread out a little bit, we've been able to really kind of focus on ourselves and make some strides and get better and push ourselves at practice. So we're excited.
And then, the team's always so dominant at home. What are some of the challenges of, going on the road and playing?
Yeah, I think, I think it's so easy to perform well in front of the crowd that we have here. We are selling out games and having so many people come to games and just cheer and be so supportive. So I think that kind of just is something that, we never take for granted, but definitely gives us a little boost on the field. So, sometimes when you go and travel, it can be a little bit of a hostile environment and it's a bus ride, but I think, we're kind of tested on the road this year and found a way to kind of, flip the switch when we get on the road. So had a couple early season losses on the road and then kind of were able to figure it out after that. So hopefully just carrying that in and making sure that, we're really locked in the whole weekend and just taking care of our bodies.
And then approaching the last game of the season, just kind of take me through some of the players who you've seen, growth from since, back in February, January.
Yeah, I think, everyone individually has gotten so much better, just constantly pushing themselves, pushing each other. Our scout group has done an amazing job all season long. I think one person in particular that I would say has really kind of done an amazing job for us is Maddie Smith. She comes in and she takes draws, but then she's also just been killing it on the defensive end, particularly, but even, when we needed her to play attack against BC, she's playing attack. So just really proud of her and her ability to adapt and, learn the defense and learn the offense and kill it on the draw controls and just, really be gritty all around, I think, has really helped us and provided a spark for us all over the field.
And then throughout the course of your career, you've always pretty much been surrounded by All-Americans. We saw the Tewaaraton come out today. 2 Tewaaraton nominees. Like, what's that been like for you over your 5 years to play with so many, elite players?
Yeah, it's been amazing to just be able to play with people who make you better every day and learn from them and pick their brains. And I think that starts with our coaching staff. Like, obviously we have the best coaches, so, you're picking the coaches' brains and you're learning from them, and then you get to practice and you're learning from everyone around you. So, you just feel really grateful and blessed and lucky to be in a place like this and really be able to, just continue to develop every year. You never feel like you're done learning, and I think that's kind of why you come here and why you choose to play for Kelly and Scotty, and just the entire staff is amazing, and you just are surrounded by the best. So I think it helps you as an individual just become a better version of yourself and help your team as well.
Madison Taylor, the only underclassman on the top 25 Tewaaraton list. What have you seen from her in her second year, and what are the biggest jumps she's made since last year?
Yeah, I think she had an outstanding freshman year as well. No surprises there, definitely. And you see her do the same thing every single day in practice. So not surprised, but just super proud of her. And I think her composure is something that's, pretty impressive for being a sophomore. Even when she was a freshman, she had great composure. But, you just see her kind of grow and continue to take on, a bigger role and be confident and want the ball, and no matter what, she's I can tell her, I can pass her the ball and tell her to take a girl, and no matter how tired she is or whatever, she's dodging and she's usually beating that girl. So I would say her consistency and her composure is really impressive. I don't think you see someone being able to consistently do what she does every game, but let alone she does it every single day in practice, and people don't see that too. So, yeah, she's just overall like a workhorse and so consistent and does a great job for us. And I can't wait to see, how she develops even in her next 2 years, because she's already had a great start.
And then just looking forward a couple weeks, the Big Ten tournament's always a great time of year. Get all the schools together. What's it going to be like for you guys to have it here at home?
Yeah, I think it'll be really nice. I think our first priority is the game this weekend. If we win that game, we'll get a bye and actually get the chance to compete in the tournament at home. If not, we'll have another game to win before the actual tournament comes here. A lot of focus on this weekend, but if we can get to that point, it'll be really awesome to just, again, have the Lake Show fans out, have a full crowd, and just really take it all in right on the lake. You really can't beat it, and I think it's always an advantage not having to travel and getting to sleep in your own bed and stay in your own routine. So, really trying to finish business this weekend so that we can get to that point.
And then when you're, kind of doing like a self-scout on like the offensive group, what are some things that you guys are still like keying in on and things that you still want to, sharpen up?
Yeah, I think probably the biggest thing for us is just ball movement and player movement. Constantly, putting pressure on the defense, whether you have the ball or you don't have the ball. Sometimes, if we get stagnant on the backside, it makes it easier for teams to slide. And, when you have such great players like Maddie and Izzy who are drawing slides and early slides, if we're kind of just standing around on the backside or, standing in their way, they can send a pretty early slide and lock a double in. So I think the biggest thing for us is just continuing to move the ball, get all 7 people involved, both on ball and off ball, because we really do have, 7 people who can be a threat at any point. So just trying to work on, incorporating everyone at all times.